So for decades, Southern Ontario has become one of the most popular places in Canada to live, which is excellent news, but it has created concerns of overcrowding and overpopulation, as well as challenges with affordability. So back in the day, and we'll go back a little bit and play a little tape for you here, is after World War II, there was a little transition where people did not want to live in urban city centers, and they flocked to the suburbs because they wanted to live with their families, have larger yards, and work within that community. Well, it's kind of funny because we've reversed the script since then, and now everyone wants to flock and live in the urban centers of these cities, okay? So the key thing here is the secret to transportation, all right? And transportation has many pros to help counter our affordability issue, all right? And so, for example, in Toronto, a lot of the buyers, and more particularly tenants, want to live close to subway station or GO Transit, so it can be easier for them to go to work and come back home, all right? Now, with this being said, as this population's growing, and one of the mandates, and actually there was some breaking news last week, and both Justin Trudeau and our Conservative representative Pierre both are putting out platforms on how to solve this affordability issue. And one of them was very, very huge on transportation. And what transportation does is it allows people to live in other communities where it's affordable, but still allowing them to an opportunity to get to work in a different area. Prime example, the GO train. So for example, right now, you take the GO train from St. Catharines to Toronto. May not seem like a big thing right at this second, but I want to make note of two other cities, New York and London, England. They have been experiencing what we're now experiencing for decades, and they have extended their train systems to the suburban areas so people want to live and afford lower rents or more affordable housing, and they'll take the train into these cities, making it easier for them to live and work. The GO train might not be something right now, but it will be. And the government needs to work on making it much more feasible. So by number one, say running to Niagara, offering better transit times rather than the times they have now to make it easier for people to go when they need to go. Not only that, connecting it to Niagara Falls and then all the way out to Fort Erie. Guys, you say, who's gonna take the GO train from Fort Erie? I'm telling you, it will become a thing. It will take people right to Toronto within an hour and a half, and they can live and buy affordable housing in Fort Erie. Number two, for example, let's talk about the Niagara region. What happens if the Niagara region created an inter-region busing system that goes from Niagara Falls, that goes to Niagara-on-the-Lake, that goes to St. Catharines, that goes to Welland? What that does is allows tenants, students, and people who work in other cities to be able to get around the communities easier, allowing them an opportunity to say, live in Welland, yet still work in St. Catharines without having to take the expense of a car. And this is all very important and is just one of the solutions that can help us out with the affordable housing crisis. And again, this is a huge crisis. We're gonna hear more and more about this affordability issue over the next year and a half, because in 2025, there is an election coming, and this affordability crisis is at the forefront of this coming election. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what all the candidates have to say about affordable housing. But I know transportation is gonna be one of the key aspects to make everything easier. And guys, better transportation leads to better things for everyone involved. Number one, It brings additional workers, creating a better economy. It brings additional housing, maybe even more affordable housing in the sense that by a good bus station, they build a condo tower. Condo towers are higher density, a lower cost. And again, everyone is now looking to an easier way of life. For decades, Southern Ontario has become one of the most popular places to live in Canada. And that's excellent news. But with concerns of overcrowding and higher home prices, it's important to look at why transportation can help us.